Am I the asshole for not allowing my daughter's half-sister to spend Christmas with us? My ex-husband and I got divorced 7 years ago. We share custody of our 13-year-old daughter. He got married and has a 5-year-old daughter with his now wife. His daughter would spend time with my daughter regularly. They adore each other, but she doesn't come to my house and they rarely meet up there. His wife has been diagnosed with cancer and has started treatment recently. The other day he came to drop our daughter off and asked to speak to me. He talked about his wife's circumstances, then how his family won't be able to have a Christmas celebration this year. He said it wasn't fair for his daughter and asked if I could include her in my family celebration. He pointed out how the girls will have a great time together bonding and making memories, but I said I was sorry, but my family's traditional celebration is a sacred thing and I do not feel comfortable including anyone else. Plus it'd be awkward having her in my home. He said that his daughter may not be family to me, but she sure is to her half-sister. He asked me to stop and think about what's best for the kids here. I suggested he take his daughter to spend Christmas with her grandparents. He said his parents and him are NC, and tried to cut the conversation short, but he stopped me and started going on about how cruel it was for me to decline to include his daughter who's already having a hard time adjusting. I saw that he was beginning to cry, so I stepped back and said I was no longer feeling comfortable having this conversation. I asked him to leave and he did, but still texted me asking me to agree to let his daughter come spend Christmas, even offered that he stays away if that'll make me less uncomfortable. I said no, and now he's calling me selfish and unfeeling. A point worth mentioning here, and that is my family are going to attend and they said that they too will not feel comfortable in this situation, thus I said it'd be awkward. Not the asshole. That child doesn't know you or your extended family, only your daughter. This could be her last Christmas with her mom and he's wanting to take that away from her. Even if it's just the three of them in pajamas eating cookies all day. He's ta. You are the asshole. You're well within your rights to refuse. You don't owe your spouse anything. It's your holiday and you can celebrate it however you want. But you are still the asshole here. This child has a sick parent. She's only 5. And you have the chance to show kindness and embrace the true spirit of Christmas. Instead, you're choosing to be a hard nose about it, and in so doing, making a lot of people's lives bleaker at a time when you could be making them brighter and more hopeful. Info: what does your daughter want? Update. Am I the asshole for telling my mom she named me like a Madlibs? Hey everyone, it's the artist formerly known as Waverly. Just kidding. I didn't change my name. Did change my whole life around though. I wanted to post this update for a lot of reasons, but mainly to express my gratitude. I didn't have a lot of friends at the time and most of them were my boyfriend's friends. I truly didn't feel like I had anyone else to go to about this, so I'm so thankful for everyone who took the time to reply to my original post and provide insight. It was a lot to sift through and honestly, really painful. It felt like I was finally being validated after years of gaslighting myself. I always had a feeling that something was wrong but pushed it aside for the sake of being part of the family. The period after I posted was truly one of the lowest of my life, but also one of the most empowering. A lot of people told me to cut out my boyfriend, but I didn't see the point. I didn't understand the accusations of narcissism. But when I sat down with him, explained how badly him siding with my mom hurt me, how it hurt to watch him turn against me when I needed to support, his response was, "You did this to yourself." That was the light bulb moment I needed. We broke up. I moved in with my brother for a little while to get back on my feet. There were a lot of recommendations to go no contact with my mom, but I had a really hard time with the idea of it. Talking it over with her was mostly unsuccessful. She kept degrading herself and sending me all these backhanded apologies that made me feel worse. Everything ended in me apologizing. My sister had her baby. Whole family went to visit her and she told us the name Top 10, very traditional. My mom made a comment about me scaring her out of exercising creativity, without any crocodile tears or hysterics. It was pure hostility from her and it was another light bulb. I brushed it off, apologized to my sister, stuck around for another 30 minutes, and that was it. That was the last time I spoke to my mom. My brother harassed me about it, so I moved out of his place and into an extended stay hotel. I got a job a few states away, got an apartment, packed up my life and pretty much entirely started over. I haven't spoken to any of my family members in almost a year. There has been a lot of therapy, as recommended. It's been a painful, sad, lonely, and frustrating experience, but I'm also so much better off. I have new friends. I actually like my job a lot better now. and I'm creating my own weird little family with my pets, a family that I'm really a part of. Again, thank you to everyone who provided input. Not exactly the happiest update, but one for the better. What an uplifting update. I know it must have been incredibly difficult for you, but you should be so proud of yourself for taking such brave steps and building a better, happier life for yourself. Original post can be found here. Oh wow. I have read both and have to say, and congrats. As a person who came from a mom I swear was on good drugs when she named us. Yes, all 7 of us have said this at one point or another. Think Christian Guard, I misspelled it, or Kolinkos. Those were 2 names that didn't make it, thank God. Never had my mom roll on the table like that though. I am glad you are starting over. Good luck and enjoy life. Not exactly the happiest update, au contraire. This is an extremely happy update. Congrats on breaking free. Am I the asshole for not buying more lemonade for my pregnant wife? My wife and I are from the UK, but fairly recently visited Disney with our 5-year-old. Whilst out there my wife developed a taste for Minute Maid lemonade, pink not regular, although she says it's the same as lemonade but somehow tastes different. On our way back from our holiday she stopped by a shop in the airport and she bought quite a few pink Minute Maid lemonade. Onto today my sister is visiting and spotted the drink in the fridge. Asked to have it and I recall my wife having a few and finding a website to buy more, since they don't sell in the UK. So I said yes, but my wife got home and had a craving, but apparently the bottle I'd given my sister was the last one. I apologized. She asked if she'd replace it, plus a few, since she's pregnant and craving it, and I said no, because it's high in sugar, type 1 diabetic, and also expensive. We're on baby number 2, she wants to take our child back to Disney next year and go to the other parks like we did this year. We're saving where we can, that includes little purchases like this. Whilst not actively swearing at me, I can tell she's very pouty, although I think she's just upset to be back in the UK. Am I the asshole? You are the asshole. You say you let your sister have the drink because you recalled your wife finding a website to buy more. Then when your wife asks you to get more, you say no. That's an asshole move. You are the asshole. You gave your sister the drink with the reasoning that your wife had a site to buy more. Then when she wants to buy more you're saying no? Why are you telling your wife, no? This is a simple, harmless drink. You say it high in sugar and costs too much? Are you her doctor or something? Do you control all the money? She's pregnant. Seriously? Am I the asshole for leaving my date at a bar? I went on a date with a girl Sunday. Let's say her name is Mandy. I've met Mandy several times through my friend's girlfriend Sarah. Mandy always seemed nice and fun to talk to. So I asked her to hang out Sunday. I knew she liked football because she's been by my friend's house for games several times, so I asked her to come with to watch the game. We went to a sports bar for dinner. The plan was to watch the game, have some drinks and maybe play pool. So I picked her up Sunday. We got to the bar and Mandy said that her friend was there sitting at a table with some other people. She went and said hi, we sat at the bar and ate. Then she asked if it was cool if we went and sat by them. I didn't really want to but agreed. We went over there and she introduced me. That was basically it. From then on I felt like a third wheel. I tried to talk about football with some of the other people but they didn't watch sports. I tried starting a conversation about other stuff with one of the guys and it didn't seem like it was going anywhere. So I sat and watched the game while Mandy talked to her friends. Time passed and the game was almost over, so I told Mandy I was probably going to head out after. She said, "Oh, come on, one more drink then we'll go." Okay, fine. Then her friends started buying rounds of shots for each other. Not me, understandable, they don't know me, besides I was driving. I finished my soda and told Mandy I was going to go because I worked in the morning. She got a confused look and looked at her beer, then the time, and then her friends and said, "Oh, well." I didn't finish my drink yet. I said, "Well, I'm leaving, I can give you a ride home if you want." She said, "Okay, let me finish my drink." I said, "Okay," and sat down. Then she started screwing around with her friends again. Going outside with them, playing darts. Not drinking her drink. I said, "Mandy, I'm leaving." She didn't acknowledge me or say bye, so I left. Yesterday after work Sarah called and yelled at me about leaving Mandy stranded. She said when you drive someone somewhere you take them home too. That she didn't know I was such a jackass to leave a girl at a bar alone, that Mandy didn't even know I left till she seen my jacket was gone. And apparently Mandy had to lift home and I should reimburse her. I explained my side and she said, "So what? She was having fun? You should have joined in instead of sitting around moping. I feel like I really tried to get into the conversation and join the group, it just wasn't working. I didn't feel like sitting there bored forever. Her friends were there, it's not like she was alone. Am I the asshole for leaving? Not the asshole. You told her a couple times that you were leaving and offered her a ride. If she wanted a ride, she need to wrap it up and head out with you when you left. She did not do that. Yeah, easy, not the asshole. Mandy and Sarah are both assholes though. Not the asshole. You gave Mandy several chances to get a ride home with you. She made her choices and got the consequences of those choices. Not the asshole. Sarah is wrong. Mandy was ignoring you and being with her friends. You tried. Mandy was pretty rude to you and leaving without her was fine given the circumstances.